Well, hello guys, I'm back again. I forgot to say something earlier. So first of all, I was listening to Jesus Saves video, and I think she is on TikTok. Someone asked me that, but she's also on YouTube, and it's like Jesus Saves underscore 2747, I think it is. But anyway, you'll find her if you remember the numbers. But she was talking about how our friend Cassie, which I can't remember her handler's name, but Cassie had word from the Lord as well, and it was talking about signs in the heavens. It was like a certain word that she gave her, which meant Passover. Well, the funny thing is, she was talking about the blood on the doorposts and stuff, and then I remembered January 15th, the Lord gave me a message about blood being on the doors, on the doorposts, and was showing me 3 days of darkness. And then on recent messages, he's been telling me that the rapture is going to be right before 3 days of darkness. And she was saying that the blood on the doorpost was signifying Passover. So I thought that was really cool, since he said the rapture would be before Passover. And then I forgot to tell you this. Okay, so last night I've been praying to Jesus. I'm like, Jesus, keep giving me, rapture dreams, and I would just pray before I go to bed. Just keep giving me words. Obviously not words of knowledge, because we know that I'm not very good at that. But I get revelations based on what Jesus tells me. But last night, this is the only thing I remember in my dream, but I was almost like near a window, and I was telling my husband, I think it was my husband, and there was someone else in the family, and I don't remember who they were. I'm pretty sure it was my husband. And I said, guys, Jesus is coming. I said, look, he's about to rapture us. And then all of a sudden I looked out the window and I saw every person that was getting raptured. They were all in white. And then I thought, the wedding party. He literally just confirmed his bride was going to be raptured up, like I've been saying, the Philadelphia church. And they were all in white. And then remember how he said, make sure your wedding garments are on? Jesus is so good. I mean, I couldn't make this up if I tried. Obviously, because he gives me like all these words that I do not even know what they are. Like totalitarianism, I don't know. Anyway, I'll still make fun of myself. But I thought that was super cool. And when he gives me revelation, I am not 100% perfect. I don't have anything memorized. I just get the revelation from him. But when I'm speaking some words, I'm not always hearing him as I'm speaking them. He'll give me a set of words and scriptures, and he'll wait for me until I'm done writing it on my phone. But then as I'm just reading it, I'm just reading it. Sometimes I feel like maybe, he'll take over when I'm reading it, but a lot of the times I'm just reading it. And so I don't remember how he pronounced things like Ecclesiastes, stuff like that. But anyway, so I just thought that was very encouraging that, all those things were being tied together. And then I had this thought today. So if he talked about that movie, which was The Prodigal Son, A Journey from the Stars, and he said that would show his true calendar date, perhaps it's going to show the true Passover date. And then when we know the true Passover date, we will know the rapture is right before Passover. So then we will know the time and the season of when we'll get raptured. Something that I thought of. I thought that was really cool. But I love the fact that everybody was in white, all white garments. And I will say, I think part of that dream was just to keep reassuring, his people, his prophets, his visionaries, dreamers, that they are hearing from him, and that his words are coming true. And he's giving you things to back up. Because when people say, no, there's no bride, he gives me a dream and everyone's in white. I mean, that's not a coincidence. So I thought that was cool. And the other day, I talked about how the Philadelphia church is the one that is the only open door, the key of David. That's your elect, your chosen ones. That's the bride. Okay, and then there's two other churches, and I had them backwards, so I apologize. I said I said Laodicea was the lukewarm and Sardis was, I said Sardis was the lukewarm and Laodicea was the works. I flipped the two because I didn't have it in front of me. But Sardis was first in the book, and the first one before, I think it was Revelation, I think it was 3, but I don't remember where. But they are the ones based on works, meaning they're not 100% trusting in Jesus. And Philadelphia, they have the open door. It says the key of David, and he said something about not blotting their name out of the book, the Lamb's Book of Life. Again, that's very interesting to me. And then it also says in Revelation 3, I will keep them from the hour of trial that's coming on upon the whole world. Then if you go to church, I think it's Laodicea, that's the lukewarm church. And they are not fully 100% trusting in Jesus, meaning I think what it means is they have doubt in their heart. I feel like the people that are lukewarm is they kind of believe, but they don't really believe. It's not truly in their heart. You can't just say a prayer and expect, salvation to come to you because you said words. It's your heart. If it's not in your heart, you're not having Jesus. So it's where you have to just, fall at the Lord's feet and invite him to come in. And, everyone should be preaching the gospel, because we always have to spread the good news, because it's good news. It's a free gift. You believe in Jesus. It's your faith. It's not based on works. When you're walking with Jesus, you're walking in the Spirit, and you're going to be led by the Spirit. So you're going to want to please Jesus. So, those are your works, but not something that you're doing. It's something that he renews your mind and gives you a new heart. So you're just automatically wanting to do it because you want to please him, because you love the Lord. And then when you're walking in the flesh, you're led by the flesh, and the flesh desires, which is sin. And God is holy. God doesn't like sin. It kind of makes you get convicted by the Holy Spirit. So not because you're not hearing from Jesus. If you're convicted by the Holy Spirit, you're with Jesus. The Holy Spirit's telling you not to do something. Listen, because if you don't listen, then that becomes a sin. So, but anyway, I just wanted to give that encouragement, and I will see you on the next message. Have a blessed day.